All right, here we are. Looks like we're live. Good evening, guys and gals. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Happy Saturday to everyone. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Got through the week okay. It's been an interesting week, if nothing else. Let's just say that, okay? There has been a lot going on, and we can talk about some of it. This is going to be an open chat this evening, so it'll be like a Q&A, or those sorts of things. Um, Craig, I see you there. Welcome, Carol Ann. Well, good evening to you. America First. Well, you're third here tonight, but hey. Good to see you and happy Saturday. Welcome all. Welcome one, welcome all. It's good to see you. Judy Rose, good to see you. Good evening. Hope you're well. Karma's thrifty at 50. I see you there, Karma. Derek Gardner, look at you. Monty, hello. Tip Top. Tip my hat to you, Tip Top. Leah, good to see you. A-Rod, hello. Julie Atkins, hello from Alabama, beautiful state, way down south. Judy, lovely to see you yet again. Yep, we keep bumping into each other, as I do many folks around the globe. Eric, I see you there. Welcome. Patty Bob, good evening, all the way from beautiful Germany. I hope you are keeping well as well, my friend. And I will be looking forward to your update. So, yeah, whenever you drop that for me just a little bit here, let me say some hellos. We'll get to that. Yeah, drop it in all caps. Steve Smith, hello. Tennille, good to see you. Honey Badgers, I see you there. Treasure Seekers, Blue Sky, good to see you. Oh, Tommy M, there you are. Welcome. Southern Magnolia, all the way from Oklahoma. Lovely to see you. Evan Stadler, good to see you. Hodges, hello and welcome. Carol Ann saying hi to Patty Bob. Everyone give it a Patty Bob a nice good evening from Germany. There's Sean in Alaska. How you doing, brother? Glad I caught your live there a little bit earlier. Help you out with some technical issues, just with 5x5s or no sound, whatever it might be. But sounds like Sean in Alaska might be going live next Saturday. So Diane Polk, there you are. Welcome. Working quietly, I see you there. Lisa Devine, hello. New hat? No, it's not a new hat. It's been here a lot of times, but I usually have my bush hat on, Honey Badgers, and $10 won't buy it, just so you know. Good evening, everyone coming in. If I missed any names, I'm just going to stop quickly here now so I can collect a couple. Lily B, there you are from Alabama. Menashe's in here. Armored Ghost. Patty Bob. And unfortunately, when I do this, I tend to skip a little bit, and that kind of sucks. Cindy Rice. Treasure Seekers. Jody. Monique. Lisa Devine. Tip Top. Nunya Beeswax. Gray Sky. 80K Man. Julie Atkins. Sean Alaska. Evan Stadler. Carolyn. Mama Bear. There you are. And I think I got cut up there. Jacob A. Look at you. Yeah, I'll email him or text him. I'll text him and ask him if text is okay. And if he needs an email, I'll give him an email. Armored Ghost, there you are. Is dairy important for prepping? It depends on your personal needs. I mean, like for myself, like people love cheese and things like that. Myself, I don't eat a whole lot of dairy in my diet. However, when you want it, it's nice to have it, and you can make cheese from dairy. So, that's a real personal question to ask. Sort of by family or by the group. How important is it to your group for dairy? So, Displeased, I see you there. Welcome. Oh, Becky Reed, good to see you. South Carolina, Southern Gal, good to see you. Nest Prepper, hello indeed. Hey, Mary Beth. To see you. Deborah Lee, hello indeed. $50 for the hat. Sold. Hang on a second. I'm even going to bring out my Warhammer on that and slam it down on my great granddaddy's tool trunk. Sold. Now, once I get that in silver plus shipping, I will ship it out. Oh boy. Do not drop the Warhammer. Sorry about that. $50, Monty. It's yours. All yours. Malachi, there you are. I don't think so. You're here. I don't think you got blocked for any reason. I think somebody got stood in the corner at the end of my live stream for 300 seconds for some joke of a reason. So just don't think anything about it. If that was the case, it's just it was funning. We were just funning around. The wife and I just done jarring 4 gallons of sweet potatoes. Boom! Rami Davis. All right. Rami Davis doing the things. Good for you. That is freaking awesome. Grafted Branch. Well, hello. Good to see you and welcome. Yeah, that's amazing. Very tip-top in that hat. Well, thank you. This is my special Saturday hat. I don't always wear it, and I don't always wear it on a Saturday either. But yeah, I like this hat. I figured it does have some plaid on it. I figured it'd go with this blue plaid shirt, even with the OG green Digicam. What can I say? I'm a guy. Sherry P, I see you there. Welcome. CJ, good to see you. What do you mean 3/4? Oh, 1 3/4 of a silver Canadian maple. Yeah, I'll take that. Plus shipping. Yeah, just send 2 Canadian maples and we're good. Stephanie Lai, good to see you. Welcome and thanks for dropping in to say hello. God bless to you as well, you and yours. All right, Sean, now that you said dinner, you got to share what it is. I see you there, Deb. Shelf-stable milk. You can also can milk, right? You can pressure can it, right? So look into that too, guys and gals. Good evening, Voodoo Queen. Yeah. For those where dairy is important to them, you can pressure can milk, okay? Menashe, thank you ever so much. Even though I'm a guy, I try and fit in. You know, I try and match my outfit, if you will. I don't know, are guys even supposed to do that? Ivan and Joe, you're canning there? All right, beautiful. That's great. Good to see you both. Hope you're well. Oh, lasagna, CJ. That is awesome. Who doesn't like a nice lasagna? Heather, we see you there. Hello. Hello indeed, and welcome. I sent you over a little something on PayPal. Oh, well, thank you very much. 80 came in. I'll have to look for it, okay? But I do appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. And I just want to take this second to say thank you to everyone who supports me on PayPal. I don't always say that. Just typically, if I'm on a live chat or whatever, anyone makes donations, I have a tendency to thank for the super chats and things like that. And I don't always say thank you for the donations on PayPal. So I very, very, very much appreciate those. And I don't often shout out the names because a lot of people donate over there for privacy issues. They just don't want it known or whichever. So I try and keep that a little bit more private, right? So, but it's very, very much appreciated. Well, it's working now. We can see it, Malachi. How long does canned milk last? It should last until the seal breaks. You know, it like any other canned food, it should be fine until the seal is compromised. You know, as long as it's properly canned and you've gone through all your sanitation and wiped the tops of your jars and done your canning process correctly, it should be fine. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and say that that's a recommended thing to do because I don't know if it's been recommended. It's just like dry canning. Like, oh, okay, let's Armored Ghost. Thoughts on Quebec? Well, I've got lots of thoughts on Quebec Armored Ghost, but just let me get through this here first. Like any other sort of canning, like let's say Big Bear, I see you there. Let's say dry canning. Like, let's give it up for Jason, the Angry Prepper, who did some dry canning this week of rice. Okay, he's been dragging his butt on canning stuff, but now he's got a little bit of canning under his belt. So, I mean, good for him for having gone ahead and done that. However, I have to go ahead and say that dry canning is not an approved method of storing goods, right? And you have to say that just to qualify things for the YouTubes or whatever you mean. How do you long store spaghetti noodles? Break them in half, throw them in a quart jar, oven can them for the prescribed amount of time, stick a lid on them immediately as soon as they come out of the oven, let them seal. Either that, or you can just throw them in a jar and throw a oxygen absorber in there and put the lid on. You can do that as well. Or you could vacuum seal a jar of pasta by using your vacuum sealer or a brake bleeder. There's lots of ways to do things, you know. There's lots of ways to do things, and I mean, you know, when you're broke, you got to do things like you're broke because you don't have money to do it in any other way. You understand what I'm saying? So I try and do things on the cheap. Why? Because I'm on a small budget, right? So that's what I try and share with people, how I do things that work for me, okay? And that's all I try and do. I don't show you the gospel on the exact way to do stuff. Unless it's pressure canning, then I mean, you got to do the things and go through the right steps and process and all these things, right? Ace, I see you there. Welcome. Morning, late, good evening. Elizabeth Nelson, thank you ever so much for that donation. That's very kind of you. Very, very much appreciated. Patty Bob's chiming in. New restrictions in Germany as of Monday have to provide a negative test every day for work, unless you have antibodies or taking the fruit juice. Continued. Much appreciated for that update, Patty Bob. That's interesting to know what's going on in Germany regarding that. Because what happens in Europe lands here in the not too distant future. And guess what lands here in the not too distant future? That which trickles south. Okay? So just always be aware of that, guys and gals. This is why we get reports from around the globe, right? Always double check when canning anything. Yes. And when you uncan it, like when you go to unjar it, use your senses. Use your common frickin' senses. Use your eyes and have a look at it. If it's got mold on it, guess what? It's probably not any good. Give it a sniff test. If it stinks, it's probably not any good. Give it a taste test. If it tastes like it's off, it's probably off, right? You have to use your common sense when you're broaching these subjects, right? We're putting back things by way of common sense, and we need to use things with our common sense as well, right? It's very, very important. You know, use your eyes. If it looks off, it's probably off. Yep. 80K man. Yeah, exactly. It's simple. It's not that difficult. I mean, it's like anything that you open. Say you get it from a store. You open a jar or something. You usually look at it, don't you? And give it a sniff. Like if it came out of the pantry or whatever, if it's been in there a while, year and a half or a year, and you're rotating your stuff out. Oh, can of pasta sauce, year and a half old. Look at it, sniff, good to go. Plop, and it goes into the jar, right? Hey, Amy. Was just talking about pasta for you. Howdy do, 14 jabs. I see you there. Welcome. I know, Carol Ann. It doesn't even make any sense to me. All that's nonsensical. And I mean, okay, hang on a second though, Carol Ann. What we may come to find out through some of the things going on in some countries in Europe is that they're going to lock down only those who haven't had the salad dressing, right? Scrappy Cat, I see you there. Boom, Buzz, I see you. All the things. Okay, so they're going to start locking down only the ones without the salad dressing. Now, don't you think that's going to go ahead and, after a time, if it's adhered to, after a time, don't you think that that will provide a certain set of numbers for the powers that be to say, okay, hang on a second. Everyone that was locked down didn't have the salad dressing. Everyone that was out and around, they only had the salad dressing. Okay, now everyone that's out and around, the numbers are way up. And everyone that was locked down, the numbers are way down. Don't you think that's going to be provide more of a baseline? You understand what I'm saying? Hey, dude, Broussard. Oh, move! Oh, you helped your oldest daughter move. That's great. Awesome. Nice place with a huge yard. That is fantastic. But me and you acres, I see you there. Welcome. So I think it's going to go ahead and do that, and it may very well shoot a hole in their theories. You understand what I'm saying? Where I'm going with this? Oh, Teresa, Mrs. Lone Star Pioneering. Well, hello. How are you? From the lovely state of Texas. I see you there. So I think that's very interesting myself, anyways. Well, Sean in Alaska, I've said that before as well. But I mean, if they do see that that's the case, don't you think it's going to make them step back a little bit and scratch their heads and say, all right, what's going to be our new approach here, right? And then, obviously we're probably going to be served up some other fancy new dish of hot steaming BS, right? Whatever that they can invent for us, because, they've been inventing nonsensical and BS type stuff. They've been expecting us to choke back, and it's just ludicrous, right? Oh yeah, guaranteed, Caroline. Well, Southern Boy Prepper Regan, how are you? Welcome and good evening. It's good to see you, as it always is. But yeah, it's an open chat here tonight. There's a lot of people in here now, so if anyone feels like chiming in, roughly where you're at, roughly what the skinny is, where you are, price of fuel, ground beef, daily, daytime high or low temperature, whatever you're getting there. Boom, there you are. Welcome. Yeah, we're just getting into the skinny there. If anyone wants to, Eric, I see you there. Welcome. It's good to see you. West Virginia, there you are. Happy Saturday to you as well, and welcome. It's good to see you. Oh, Josh Carpenter, there you are. Welcome. Yeah, the skinny for me up here. Fuel's still running 550. However, I did hear a report out of Eastern Canada this week that fuel is over $6 out that way. So over $6 a gallon in North America. Okay, so what's here goes there. Again, Patty Bob over in Germany is paying over $7. Bjorn over in Norway is paying over $8, right? And so things are getting freaky. Cajun Cat, I see you there. Grizzfan, if I hadn't said hello already. Grafted 550. All right, yeah. Chime in with what you're. All right, me and you acres says propane shot up 34%. All right, so if you can get a 500-gallon tank or whatever it is, jam it full, because it's not going to go down. It's going to keep going up, right? It'll just keep going up. Patty Bob, check your last two comments. Good God, I'd have to scroll up terribly for that, and I would mess everything up. Patty Bob. All right, hang on a second. Let me try this, Patty Bob. Hope they're all in caps, or my name's highlighted or something. Patty Bob. As if you're pure blood, you're confined to your home, unless you have to go to the supermarket, work, or exercising. No meeting with more than 2 households, and no more than 5 people. Well, it's been worse than that here, Patty Bob. It's been worse than that here. It's like no one is allowed to visit in your house. That's the condition we've had here. No one is allowed, right? And I mean, you know what that means to a single person? You just don't get to see people, right? $2.96. Wow, that's cheap. I'll take 100 million gallons, Amy. Please and thank you. Yeah. 100 million, please. Yeah, if you guys and gals got questions for me, if you can put it in caps and highlight my name, it'd make it much, much easier. The chat's fairly tiny. Maybe I need a new set of binoculars or something. I know that other set's no good except for looking at the phone. Yeah, Ontario's nuts. Carrot Top, I see there. Welcome. Diane, I've seen my mother once. My mother and my father. I've seen my mother and my father once in over a year because of all this lockdown and regulations of this and don't go visit your folks or nothing like that. You know, Kit Carlson, hello, welcome. You know, it's just oh yeah. Email is where information goes to die for me. Libby, we've been under some form of restriction since March of 20. Now, I'm getting conflicting reports. The government leans things towards, looks like there's going to be another lockdown toward Christmas, but they're saying stuff like, oh, come March, they're going to drop all restrictions. So I'm not sure where the balance is there. You know what I mean? I'll get to that. Sorry, hang on a second, guys and gals. Montana Grizz, I'll get to a little bit of that. Couldn't visit anyone. Also had curfews. We had curfews here in Quebec. How the cops were treating some of the people, some of the protesters in Quebec, just outright assault, giving people $1,000 fine for being out of the house. And I mean, there's thousands of people in the house, right? Or in the street or whatever, right? None of beeswax, it's already been harvested. Both have. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now, Amy. Otherwise, I'll mess things up. You know me and computers. But thank you for the advice on that. But yeah, Quebec has been doing nutty things. But to get back to a little bit what Grizz was saying. All right, let's take it out west a little bit. What's going on here in Canada? Now with the rains and whatnot. No, Jahir, but I'll get to that. Thank you for reminding me. Actually, before we go out west, I'll talk about that, Jahir. Thank you. Okay, so I put out a video this week that said no healthcare, or sorry, no jab, no healthcare, question mark. And then I put what? Question mark, okay. That's because I had a report from my neighbor who declared that they weren't going to renew his health card without papers stating that he had the receipt for purchase of salad dressing. So I put out a video on that, and I asked for people's feedback on it, and I did get some feedback from people in the community who did a bunch of digging, and I appreciate that. Thank you ever so much for doing so. And I found out from their end that that's not going to be the case. However, I have not talked to my neighbor yet to find out how that went. So I'm thinking, like, he's an older gentleman. God bless him. He's 82 or whichever. I think he might have been confused as to what they were saying. Maybe he needs to bring in his a medical paper with his address on it or something for them to update his card, something like that. UKC fishing. There you are, Big Dan. How you doing? So I think he was mistaken on that. Again, I still have to talk to him, but I do have to retract having said that statement, that no jab, no health card, because as I understand from the ministry, that's absolutely not the case, and one has nothing to do with the other. So thank you for reminding me about that, because I did want to make a retraction on that. So I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Thank you. But yeah, let's take it out west, okay? There's been a lot of talk about it. There's actually only been a little bit of talk about it, and there should be a lot more. We'll get into it a little bit, okay? Now, I want to, first and foremost, I'd like to, if one of my moderators, one of my awesome moderators, could go over to Christian's site over at Ice Age Farmer. Wolfang, I see you there. Welcome. Woof. We're doing good. I just barked at you, so I think we're all right. Yeah, if one of my awesome moderators could jump over onto Ice Age Farmer's thing and bring up a link for a video he put out this week about the situation with the port in Vancouver. I would appreciate it, because there's a lot of very, very good information in there, and you guys and gals can go ahead and click on that. Okay, Cajun Cat King, I just want to go ahead and say there'll be absolutely no FJB or LGB comments on this chat. Moderators, please. Okay, so what Christian was saying over from Ice Age Farmer. Yeah, the Port of Vancouver is closed because of flooding damages. Now, the rail service, the complete rail service and trucking industry is shut off from there. Completely shut off. There are zero goods going in or out. Now, as I understand, that's Canada's only deep water port on the West Coast, and that 30% of our goods get shipped in and out through there. All right. Now, I'm not sure how much of that is, let's just talk about wheat, just wheat. Okay. Most of the wheat is grown over in the Western provinces, and it stands to reason they'd ship it to the West Coast to be shipped out in that deep sea port to get it throughout the globe to where it needs to be. Now, to my understanding, Canada is the globe's third largest exporter of wheat globally. So even if 30% of our wheat can't get out, and I expect it's higher, even if 30% of our wheat can't get out, that's going to have a massive global effect. Not to mention, if that's 30% of the goods, or maybe 30%, or all of the goods that can come in from the West Coast in a deep water port on the West Coast of Canada, that's going to have a severe effect here in Canada as well, right? Northeast Rebel, I see you there. Good to see you. It's food to see you as well. I'm not that hungry, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, the fact that a lot more people aren't talking about this is a little bit bewildering to me, because it's a massive, massive blow to the supply chain here in Canada, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, we trade back and forth with the States too. So, maybe some of the stuff coming in from those deep water ports is manufacturing goods. Malachi, yes, the logistical nightmare right now. It's going to be several weeks to get new routes implemented. It's going to affect a bunch of people. Absolutely. And Malachi, thank you for that super chat. Thank you ever so much for that donation. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, it's not just that too. There's thousands and thousands of people on the West Coast that don't have power and don't have services and can't get to a gas station, So it's affecting a lot of people in a lot of ways you're not hearing about. And we see what MSM is doing these days. You're not hearing anything out of anywhere, right? Like for all the flooding that happened down south, the flooding and looting and all that stuff, hardly heard bupkis out of it. Why? MSM isn't reporting it. Same with this, right? 80K, welcome back. Oh, Wolfgang, you put out a new video today. Awesome. I'll watch that tomorrow with my morning coffee, along with Sean Alaska's new video. Oh, drops. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, yeah, we're fighting them up here also through legislation, and it's a terrible thing when your own country makes you take them to court to tell them to stop doing what they're doing. It's awful, right? But it's working. Ace, nope, not yet, not just yet, nope. But that's what's happening up here. It's, guys and gals, it's a bigger issue than people are talking about. Because it's not being talked about. Because everyone thinks, Canada, schmanada, they're nothing up there. They're a bunch of sheep and nothing going on there, nothing to see here, right? It's just like, it's kind of like one of those really small towns you drive through, you blink your eye and you don't see it. People think that about Canada, but I mean, Canada is a major portion of the world's breadbasket, right? So, butt kiss? No, I don't think I said butt kiss. I might have said bupkis, B-U-P-K-U-S, bupkis, which means nothing. But that would have been a while ago, and I'm way farther into the chat and this and that now. Loretta, I see you. Welcome. Yeah, there's not a lot being said about it. So, guys and gals, please go check out Christian's the story he put out a couple of days ago over at Ice Age Farmer. Some very, very much more detailed information than I can provide. He's got it all laid out. You found a job with no sauce, Hava. Bravo. That is awesome. Awesome, Hava. That is awesome. Great. Good for you. Congratulations. And thank you ever so much for that donation. It's very, very much appreciated. But yeah, guys and gals, check out Ice Age Farmer for the update. Now, it's a few days old. You may find other sources that have better, more current information. But there's massive, massive infrastructure damage out that way. And, one of my initial thoughts was, well, just use some of the ports in Washington, right? And ship it by rail north to Canada and, past the blockages. And then we can at least get things distributed throughout Canada and North America where they need to be as a temporary solution. But somebody here in the chat, I think they said they're flying goods in to people who are stranded out there. So it's a big mess. It's a big mess. Much, much bigger than anyone's talking about. So I just wanted to bring it to folks' attention. Aside from that, I didn't really want to have a whole lot of political speak this evening. We can talk about a few global events or whichever you guys and gals would like to talk about, which is fine. But I don't want to talk about any... I don't want to talk about any trials or much politics or things like that. I want to keep things fairly light. If you want to talk about prepping stuff, more than happy to do that. Some global events, sure, but want to keep things fairly light. No, we didn't start this. Scrappy Cat, no winter garden here with a ground that's frozen for 5 months. Here, Wolf. There's a bone for you. Huck a bone up the hall for you. Get you to chase that. You can come back and wag your tail. Mead. Nope, not tonight. Plant your blueberry bushes or any trees. Plant them in the fall. A few weeks, at least, hopefully, before your ground freezes. Sorry, Wolf. I like to play fetch. What can I say? Best prep items. It depends where you are. But food's right on the top of the list. Shelter's first. Water's second, and food is third. Okay. Now, if you live on a lake, forget about water. You know how to boil water, right? So you can always have safe, drinkable water. If you're on a lake, forget about water. So it's going to be shelter and food, right? Then, of course, items to keep warm if you're in a cooler climate, right? Things like that. If you're in an area that's not so safe, you might want to have some personal protection high on that list. I wonder how difficult it would be for you to get Canadian citizenship. You have cousins on your mother's side from Canada. Tough to say. It's tough to say. Can't even cross the border if you're not double jabbed. So give her a shot. You know. Burnouts and donuts. I see you there. Welcome. South Florida. There you are. Good to see you. The skinny, $1.85. Now I'm going to convert that for my American brothers and sisters. Close everything. Is that Patty Bob? $1.85? Okay, so Patty Bob's paying $7 right on the nose. $7 a gallon, guys and gals. $7 a gallon. Listen to me. Now, it's overseas, granted. So, Sherry P, I see you there. Sherry P, I think it's a fantastic investment. I've been, not currently, but throughout my entire life, even as a child, grew up with wood burning stoves, had them all through my adult life. It's the best source of heat, and especially if you have a wood lot on your property with suitable, burnable, decent hardwood that you can harvest for your labor and the expense of your, fuel and maintenance for your chainsaw, right? Best source of heat, cheapest as well. If you've got to buy it, yes, it comes at a cost like any other thing. But I mean, when the power is out, you can always run your wood stove. You can always cook on it, right? It's going to keep you warm. There you are, Pinball. How you doing? Good to see you. Didn't know if you were going to make it over or not, but hello and welcome. Yeah, your stream ran a little long, and I imagine you were dealing either with emails or making tomorrow morning's videos. So welcome, good evening. It's good to see you. I hope you can decompress a little bit. Should read the rest of your comment out the inflation prices. All right, Patty Bob. Guys and gals, I'm going to skip back up and see if I can catch the rest of Patty Bob's last message to read out to you. Hopefully it doesn't bounce too much. Patty Bob. The skinny is petrol, $1.85, which is right on $7 a gallon. Farmers going on strike, warning of meat shortages. Electric prices up 37%. Natural gas prices going up 187% at the end of the month. Natural gas prices going up 187%. That's crazy. Thank you, Patty Bob. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. That is crazy, guys and gals. Get ready for the reality of this to set in. Mender Mom, I see you there. Welcome. But Wolfgang, you on your way? All right, you stay well and safe. Always good to see you. And I'll have a look at your new video in the morning. Guys and gals, Wolfgang has a new video out, so go have a look at it. Buy more sweatpants and wool socks. Thermal underwear, yeah. If you're in a cool area and you have limited numbers of way to keep warm aside from your main source of heat, which if the power goes out, you're done. Yeah, thermal underwear, like tops and thermal long underwear for your legs, sweaters, extra blankets, wool blankets, 100%. Candles, space heaters, little buddy heaters, right? Well, Sean, listen, we have to qualify that by saying you do not wear long johns when you have your kilt on. Just saying, right? Yeah, thrift shops, you can definitely find great deals. But yeah, staying warm is highly, highly important. They're about to find that recently received an email this morning. Works out to about an extra $5,000 a year. Whoa! So an extra $400 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy speak. Okay, guys and gals, so look at what Patty Bob is saying. If you don't think it's happening or it can happen, guess what? It's actually happening. So if it's happening there, trickles over here, and then guess where it filters down below, right? Yeah, Regan's chiming in. Keep a bug out, get home bag in your vehicle. Yeah, with a candle to warm, inside your vehicle. If you've got a candle or some little type of heating device inside your go bag, that if you get trapped somewhere and you're forced to stay there overnight, if you got a wool blanket and that'll go a long way toward you being alive in the morning or not being alive in the morning. Okay, especially if you've got thermal underwear on your top and your bottom, and you're dressed already in layers, and maybe have an outer snow layer. Maybe not a great big snowmobile suit, but layers, and then an outer layer that's snow and rain protective. It will go a long, long way toward that. Okay, so guys and gals, Sean in Alaska is here. He's lit up in blue here in the chat. And if you want to know about heating with a buddy heater, he's got two of them. I believe he's got the big buddy and a little buddy. And he heats his trailer in Alaska all winter with them. So if you want to know about heating with a buddy heater, please go check out Sean in Alaska. And Sean, if you happen to have videos on your buddy heater, if you could go ahead and link them here for people who would like to look at those videos, that would be fantastic. Cashew, I see you there. Welcome. Always good to see you. All right, guys and gals, I'll read this out as just what Patty Bob just chimed in. He said, "Oh, it's happening, and the SHTF is about to get real for a lot of people. My advice to anyone who has the possibility to get a wood-burning stove, do it now." Okay, so there you have it. There you have it from where the heating fuel prices are going to be going up by 187%, or an extra $400 a month. Okay. Now, where's that going to come from people who still aren't at work? Eskimo in Alaska. Holy crap. Well, it's good to see you, Annette. It's been a very, very long time. I do hope you and yours are well. Wow. I was thinking about you the other day. Man, I haven't seen Annette in a while. It's good to see you. Please chime in with how you are. Maybe if you can put it in bold, make it easier for me to read, it will help with my old eyes here. Antique wood cook stove. Excellent. Yeah. Carol Ann, get that puppy installed. unless you already have, of course. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can cook on it and heat your whole place, right? It can keep you warm, cook food. Hey, boil. You could sterilize water on them, right? So there's proof positive out of Germany. No, copy that, Caroline. And yeah, they're incredibly, incredibly heavy. But there's proof positive, straight out of the horse's mouth, right from Patty Bob in Germany, that this is happening now. Okay? This isn't some supposed mystical thing. You're hearing it right here. Okay? And guys and gals, Patty Bob has a channel too. So go check out Patty Bob's channel. All right? Maybe if Patty Bob, if you can drop your link, or if one of my other awesome moderators could drop Patty Bob's link. If you want to go over and talk to him and, you know, see how it's really going, go check him out. Right? This isn't, he said, she said. This is Patty Bob, and he's saying it. And I trust the guy. I've known him for a long time. So what's happening there is coming here. That's always been the case. And don't think for a second it's not going to be the case. Oh, you have a wood stove now. That is awesome. That is awesome. Good, 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 good. Dang, well, yeah, that's going to save you tons of money, especially if you can collect wood for, little or no money, right? Prepper Nurse 1 did a video on a small wood camping stove. Yes, he did, actually. And that was just a couple of weeks ago. And that was actually a very, very good video. And that's a great idea for, say, a larger room in your house. If you can vent it outside the window properly and safely, and then you can isolate off that room. Maybe it's a room where you have your plumbing in where you're, underneath where your kitchen cabinets are, and then open those cupboard doors underneath. That's one of the things that we used to do on one of the old log home. It was like an 1860s log house I lived in. We heated with a wood stove, which was in the kitchen. And, the plumbing for the house was also in the kitchen. And we would leave the cupboard doors below the kitchen sink open at night, because when things got extra cold, that little bit of extra heat going in there would... I've been shopping for a little buddy, but last time I was at the store, they were out of stock. So, I'm pretty much for now limited to emergency type heating systems. So, Moldy Soldier, I see you there. Oh, it gives a thumbs up. I appreciate that. You're gonna hit the sack. All right, you stay well and safe. Have a good rest and get some good rest under your bones, Moldy Soldier. Thanks for dropping in to say hello. It's always appreciated. No, it's not a brand new hat. Did I accept the 26 cents for my old hat? Well, I think Bjorn offered. No, he didn't actually offer anything. It's too small for his head. Bjorn has a really big head. No, you're not bidding for the couch tonight. There's no bidding allowed unless Mr. Tom is in here, because he's the auction leader, and I have to leave the room. You at least got to do it behind my back. You can't. You got to at least wait till I leave the room to start bidding on my crap. Love you, Moldy. Yeah, you stay well and safe. Okay? So... Bids on the clock start soon. Bids on the clock start as soon as the clock starts. You know what? If that clock starts running, y'all need to run. Right? Because it's only got 18 seconds to go to midnight. Now Lily B's claiming dibs on the pillows. I'm not even out of the room and you guys are bidding on me. What's going on? No, Stuart, no, I don't. I sip. A beverage will last me a very long time. It takes me like an hour to get through 3/4 of a cup of coffee in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm a sipper. I don't chug anything back. I sip. Oh, you bit on the sofa earlier. Yeah, you gotta let it at least get a little bit higher. Grab the clock and run. Good Lord. Lord, what have I walked into here? What have I walked into here? Well, see, the Warhammer is within arm's reach, right? So is the axe. So is the billy club, right? A feather in the hat and some lederhosen. Yeah, well, then pinball. If that were the case, I'd just be standing there barbecuing a bratwurst and chopping up sauerkraut to have it on a bun. You know what I mean? Nice Dijon mustard on there, sauerkraut, bratwurst on a bun, lederhosen in my hat. Yep. Pinball, you funny. Hey, you behave yourself. No, well, I don't know the reason why a wood stove can't go in an apartment. Probably insurance purposes, Sam. Now, I mean, if the power went out for a week and I did have an emergency type camp stove, trust me, I would probably, and Heffelweisen, yeah, I would probably figure out a way to rig it up into the window safely and vent it properly to stay warm. Klingon princess, you gotta have a pretty tall wallet for that, girl. But I hear you. Okay. Annette, over at Eskimo in Alaska. Eskimo in Alaska also has a channel, guys and gals. So please go check them out. She's chiming in that prices in Alaska are going up very, very quickly. And she's asking you guys and gals to chime in with, what's going on in your area. We do that. We call it the skinny, but Annette is asking. So if you guys and gals could sort of chime in roughly where you're from and let her know if prices are rising fairly quickly where you guys and gals are, would be much appreciated. Prices are going up here. Beef is way up. Like, your nicer cuts of steak is way up. Fish is up. For those who can get a small heater with solar battery generator, yeah, small solar array, absolutely, Malachi. And thank you for that donation. Thank you. It's very, very much appreciated. But yeah, beef is up. Fuel is up. Fuel is up to $5.50 a gallon here. And that's the highest I've ever seen it. And it's usually a price will peak on fuel and then it'll come down. It's just peaked and then it's stayed. It's just plateaued. $3.29 for propane. $11 for a McDonald's meal. Well, it's 12 and change for a McDonald's meal here, but I'm in Canada, so that's a difference. And I haven't been to McDonald's in I don't know how long, but you'll trade North Coast for a pig? Sold. Done. Come and get it. Bring the pig with you. I'll hit it on the head with a hammer myself. I'll gut it in the backyard. Okay, so I see Sean in Alaska and Annette are talking. That's good. They're comparing prices there. That's a good thing. Yeah, sold for a pig, 100%. Somebody offered $2,000. I said it had to be delivered in silver plus shipping, but $3.60 a gallon of gas. I wish. But I've still never received that $2,000 in silver plus the shipping. So a pig, yeah, I'll take a pig for the couch. Yeah, Northern Girl Hobbies can come help me butcher it up. We'll split it. Yeah, $5.81 for it all. Mama Bear, tisk 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 tisk. Mama Bear is fixing to get stood in the corner. A whole bunch you are, in fact, but that's okay. A freaking potbelly pig? No, 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 no. Oh no, you don't. No, 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 no. It's gotta be. It's gotta be a young sow pushing 280. It's gotta be that or keep it. No, 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 no. No freaking potbelly pig. No, no, no. I don't need another mouse to feed and other crap to clean up. You know what I mean? I've already got my own crap to clean up. That's enough. The stereo in the corner. Oh no, 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 no. You got to get your big girl or your big boy wallet out for that one. I'll tell you. Yeah, you'd have to like jump down off that wallet. No, South Florida. I don't think anyone said that. Pinball, you on your way. You stay well and safe. All right. You and Mrs. P have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. I would highly expect. Get some good rest under your bones, my friend. And I'll send you a text. Or do you want me to text you, or do you need an email? If you missed that, I'll just I'll text them and ask. Oh, you were getting happy. Well, you go on ahead, knock yourself out, fill your boots. What do you mean the stereo doesn't even work, Stu? You Stu. Everyone's misbehaving tonight. Is it one of those Saturday nights where everyone's just misbehaving? Yeah, pig, you get two sides of bacon out of it. Sean, that's another question I got for you. Now, I know you're going to concentrate on your Youper. Boom. I know you're going to, Autumn West, yeah, full moon. Like, I know, Sean, you're going to be concentrating fully on the cabin this coming year. But I'm curious to see you build a smokehouse. I'm sure it's on the horizon at some point, but you got a lot of work to do, I think, before that takes place. Unless you decide to put one together over winter, you know what I mean? Grafted, welcome back. We do have to laugh, yeah, and I do like to have some levity in my chat for sure, you know, just to keep things light because everything else is so freaking serious, and we don't always need that, right? Well, yeah, you're gonna have a bit of downtime aside from clearing snow, and you know, I know there's a lot of other recreational things you like to do, you know, during winter out there, getting out and seeing some of the beauty of things, and maybe ice fishing or I'm not sure if I've seen you do an ice fishing video yet or not, but I know there's plenty to do up there during the winter time. So 500 if I check my email during this stream. Okay, I can do that right now. Put your money where your face hole is. Just gonna open another window over here, and boom. Consider my email checked. Yeah, it's got to be in silver. And I'm not paying the shipping. Ice fishing is great. UK sea fishing. I did with Big Dan. Funny enough, the guy I went ice fishing with, a buddy of mine, his name is Dan. I did a video of that last winter. You can go rummage around in my videos for it. We were ice fishing perch in about 20 feet of water, I guess. I'm here. Lisa Preps, I see you there. Stuart, what are you doing? Email check this. Oh my God, Stu. You're very, very naughty of you. However, thank you for that donation. It's much appreciated. You didn't have to do that. I would have seen your comments, Stu. But thank you just the same. I very, very much appreciate that donation. So thank you. You lost me? Well, I'm still here. No, hang on a second. Let me shut down that window then. I'll shut that down, this down. Maybe that'll tidy things up. I just closed all my... the only window I have open now is this. All right, I got 5x5s from Honey Badgers. I appreciate that. You can see I'm busy. Behave yourself. See that? You believe the nerve of people? Oh, it's probably when I opened the other window. But Prepper for Life, I see you there. 80K man, it's better now. Yeah, I closed it. I only had a couple other windows open, so I closed them up, and it seems to have helped. So, but with that, guys and gals, if y'all don't have too many more questions for me, it's getting late here tonight. I'd like to sit back and rest my back a little bit. Yeah, but you know, if you got questions, I'm happy to answer them. We got through the skinny and all the other stuff, and there's only a couple of points that I wanted to talk on. And you know, I think the most interesting point brought up tonight was what Patty Bob introduced, that 187% increase in natural gas price, which a lot of people heat by natural gas, right? So so it's very, very important to be mindful of that. That's going to affect an awful lot of people. And it may put an awful lot of people out of heat or out of house and home this winter, right? So, but with that, guys and gals, I don't see a bunch of questions coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and wind this thing up. I appreciate each and every one of you guys and gals for dropping in. You know, this show wouldn't be anything at all without you guys and gals. So I do appreciate each and every one of you coming in, you know, sharing what you got, what's going on in your areas, your questions, your answers. You guys have a lot more answers than we do. So appreciate all of that. My moderators, thank you ever so much for doing what you do, keeping stuff clean, busting out all the links, sharing out all that good news, all those things. To anyone who dropped a super chat, very, very much appreciated. Grizz, it's my pleasure. You know, I'm glad to be part of the community and to share with you guys and gals, as glad as I am that you guys and gals share with me. So it's very, very much appreciated. Anyone who dropped a super chat, thank you ever so much. Very, very much appreciated. And again, I'll go ahead and say a thank you to those who support me over on PayPal. Again, I don't mention names about that. People share over there for reasons of privacy, as well as so that YouTube doesn't take the big proverbial bite out of it. But so I try to keep that private. But thank you. It's very, very much appreciated. With that, guys and gals, don't forget to hold up your brothers and your sisters. Don't ever look down on anyone unless you're about to give them a hand up. With that, guys and gals, that was Saturday. I'm North, and I'm out. Stay well and safe, all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.